Hello once again, boys and girls, and welcome to another lesson with Mr. Fieck. Today we are going to explore a little more of perimeter problems with maybe a little area thrown in there as well. Our learning target of the day, the main idea, once again, is that you can apply various strategies taught this year to solve multi-digit multiplication and division. Let's get right into it. Let's look at our first problem, dealing with a perimeter problem, and it says use the perimeter and the known dimension to find the length of the missing dimension for the rectangle shown below. Show all your work. So if we look, let's see, perimeter, let's figure out what we know. It has a total perimeter of 72 feet. We're missing one dimension, and we know the other dimension is 30 feet. Well, let's take what we know of our background knowledge, and if this is a rectangle, if that's 30 feet, that means the other side has to be 30 feet. So if we add up 30 feet and 30 feet, so far we have a total perimeter of 60 feet. But our total perimeter for the whole thing is 72. So now we need to find the difference between what we already have and what we need to get to. So in order to do that, to find the difference, whenever you hear that word difference, kind of set off a light bulb, go, oh yeah, subtraction, finding the difference between the two numbers. And in this case, 72 minus 60, no borrowing needed, it's 12. Okay. And now a lot of people would think, oh, that's 12, but it's not 12. We have 12 left that needs to be split evenly between both sides. So 12, and each of these sides have to be the same length. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a rectangle. So in order for that, 12 divided evenly by 2, each side is going to be 6 feet long. So what is our missing dimension? It's 6 feet. Then a great thing to do if you're not feeling confident is add them together. 30 and 30 is 60. Well, 6 plus 6 is 12. 60 plus 12 is 72, which is our total perimeter. So yeah, 6 makes sense. All right, let's look at our next problem. A rectangle has a perimeter of 84 meters. One dimension is 7 meters. How long is the unknown dimension? So let's take a rectangle. I'm going to stop right there. It's a rectangle. Well, I guess let's clear all the drawings. I'm going to take what I know. It's a rectangle. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw a rectangle. Okay. Best of a rectangle as I can draw. One dimension is 7 meters. So it doesn't matter if I do the length as 7 or the width as 7. All that matters is one of them is 7. Okay. How long is the unknown? So the unknown, we'll just use the variable n for the unknown. Now, what I know about rectangles is if the width over here is 7, the width over here has to be 7. And if I add my two widths together, I have a total of 14 right now. Well, if I'm at 14, I need to figure out what is the difference. I need to get a total of 84. So what's 84 minus 14? And that would be 4 minus 4 is 0. 8 minus 1 is 70. 70. So now I have 70 left. 70 and 70. Well, now you have to think. If I put 70 and 70, and I'm going for perimeter, 70 plus 70 is 140. And right there, you should be thinking, mathematically, that really won't work, and that won't make sense. Because if my two lengths are 140, my total perimeter is only 84, which mathematically won't work out. So now I need to split this 70 between both of those. So if I split that 70 evenly, now you got to think, if I'm going to split 70 evenly, let's see. 30 and 30 is 60. 40 and 40 is 80. So it's got to be somewhere between 30 and 40. And in this case, it's 35. So what's half of 70? 35. And again, if you really want to double check and make sure you add 35 plus 35 plus 7 plus 7 and make sure that they all add up to make 84 meters. Okay. And then let's look at one last problem today. And this one says, if the perimeter of, got to clear this guy out too. Sorry about that. If the perimeter of a rectangle is 24 centimeters and one dimension is 10 centimeters, what is the area? So I'm going to start with what I know. The perimeter of a rectangle. All right, I know we're talking about rectangles again. I'm drawing a rectangle. So the perimeter is 24 centimeters. So I know the whole perimeter is 24. One dimension is 10. Okay. So if I know it's 24, one is 10, this has to be 10. 10 and 10 is 20. So I have 4 left that I need to split equally between my two sides, which would be 2 and 2. Oh, so my other dimension is 2. But now I got to go back and I have to read carefully. And it says, what is the area? So now that I've found what my other dimension was be, I need to figure out what area. Well, as we've learned, area is the length times the width. So if I know my length is 10 and my width is 2, I need to multiply those together. Well, what is 10 times 2? 10 times 2 is 20. And remember, we always label area with units squared. And in this case, it's centimeters. So centimeters squared. Okay. All right. Thanks for joining me for a wonderful lesson. Go have a wonderful rest of the day and make it a great day.